It is really getting interesting now. What in the hell are we doing? I'm the Railroad Outdoorsman. Hey everybody, I'm sitting here in the back of Robert's dad's pickup truck in my front yard here. Robert is preparing in his shed storage food prep / domicile area, and we're gonna go backpacking in a way that respects the possibly overreaching limitations on public hiking trails that are taking place right now. We're gonna do some bushwhacking, and we're gonna go somewhere to an undisclosed location because I don't want you a-holes crowding my shit up, basically, like you've done everywhere else. Who in their right mind would go to Old Rag in the middle of a damn pandemic? Apparently a couple thousand people a day still, just like any other day. If you have a keen eye and are able to identify the mountain, please do not. Robert's packing his outdoor ukulele, outdoor carbon fiber guitar.
Ukulele? What are you talking about, bruh?
That's what brand it is.
It's a, oh, is it?
Yeah. And
it's a
he's packing it in his external frame backpack here.
Guitar. But old doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't.
That's the way I like it.
I know. You're kind of into cougars, aren't you?
No comment.
Oh my! We're gonna have some musical entertainment this evening up on an undisclosed mountain. Hopefully, on or around some undisclosed granite cliffs or outcroppings. And cougars, as Robert just stated. But we will be practicing social distancing and staying 6 feet away from each other and all that good stuff.
You know it.
I'm not wearing a mask because it just seems like a pain in the ass. He's gonna drive the truck. I'm gonna ride in the back of it. It's gonna be 100% safe, or like 93.8% safe at least.
Which is
it's acceptable.
One of the key factors in the decision to move into the shed.
Yes. Robert actually kind of may live in my shed right now because he is concerned that his tenants could pass along the coronavirus to him. So he's done the responsible thing and decided to live in my yard. What do you think about that after the first 4 days?
It's been pretty fantastic, bro. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Boom.
Beauty and peacefulness. Amen.
I need to document Robert's activities. There was a few Snapchat videos that were pretty funny that Robert doesn't know about. With my best Steve Irwin impression, I'll put it in if I can find it. Hey, you can see the wild Peterbob peacefully at rest in his hammock next to the river. This would appear to be the wild Peterbob's natural habitat. Okay, we've got Robert crossing an undisclosed river. Say what? Experiencing some difficulties because of the characteristics of this undisclosed river and its bouldery nature. Robert has successfully crossed the undisclosed river and is now making his way back to the undisclosed fire road. Oh shit! Ah, look! Ah! Woo! Ow! I wasn't expecting that. Where's the other one? I know there's another one. Man, I love it when that happens. I was going to say that Robert's putting on his rain cover. Here comes the other one. He went north. Dang it. There's an undisclosed mountain. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was super cool.
Heck yeah. Well, here we go. We discovered an undisclosed waterfall that you can see much better with your naked eye, but not on film. As we continue up the undisclosed fire road. We're now leaving the first undocumented forest road behind, and taking an unmapped, undocumented forest road to somewhere. Picked a handful of fresh garlic mustard. Looks like I'll be having a little salad later. Ridge line right here looks very interesting. Naturally, you can't see it in the video, but this is the ridge line we want to camp on, but it looks like it's steeper than two mofos. Don't you think so, Robert? Looks like we might have a little visitor coming by up there. Hopefully it goes by to the north. I do see a little puffy something or another over there too, and it is calling for scattered showers and thunderstorms today. We've heard thunder already. Let's see what happens. We're gonna walk up this fire road that I think doubles back along the ridge back over this way. We gonna find out. I've been that way before. We came from that way. Now we're gonna go that way. No gas in it. We did have the option of taking that road right there. This road now has 60 to 70-year-old trees growing up in the middle of it, but it's still a road, and that's still our destination right up there. And we're gonna see what happens with these thunderheads. That's the end of the road. That's my good friend Peterbob.
The end of the road.
We're gonna be bushwhacking now. Robert always gets dramatic when the camera comes out. Our goal is some sort of rocks with a view somewhere on the face of this mountain that we won't name. Mustard, you're so tasty. I can't stop eating it. Bushwhacked across the ridge there. We found this road that we, I think, crossed on our way up the mountain. Now we're gonna follow this road over and see where it goes. Probably back down to the main road. And I think we're gonna follow the ridge up to our destination. Some little cumulus clouds kind of shaping up to the west of us now. It's getting a little windy. To the northwest, there's still these, but it's not looking that bad. Stop this little knob here to see if there's a view. There kind of is. It's pretty cool. All this stuff is here. You don't have to go to Shenandoah National Park and overcrowd some trail, or overcrowd Mount Pleasant or Cow Camp Gap or any of that stuff. Or Coal Mountain, Peaks of Otter, the Triple Crown. I mean, come on, people. You see all these cool fire roads that you encounter in the woods all the time? Now's the time to check them out. Because you done got the AT shut down, and pretty much everything else interesting shut down. So use some creativity. If you're gonna go outside, don't be a menace to society. Go out and do some cool stuff. See some new stuff. Explore that stuff you always wanted to that looked interesting. Trust me, it's worth it. I didn't mean to get up on a soapbox there, but people tend to just fuck up everything, and they're doing it right now. We're bushwhacking up this ridge line. Damn if there's not a trail. Hasn't been used in decades by the looks of it, but it's a trail. See the trail we're following. Robert's taking a whiz. We have climbed 1,087 feet. 2 hours and 8 minutes of hiking so far, and we've gone 2.45 miles. And we are getting mighty close to our destination, I think. We're still about 1,500 feet below the top of the mountain, but that's not where we're headed. Top of an undisclosed mountain. This trail has like lots of water breaks in it. I mean, it was maintained at one point in time. Who knew? Started to find some interesting stuff. It's a little sunny up there. We see some more rocks, so we might be on to something. Weather's improving again. What do you think about this hike so far, Robert?
Man, I'm super happy I brought me a roll of
toilet paper?
Lifesavers.
Lifesavers. So we may have found a bear den up here. We might just stay the hell away from that. Gotta cross this wash and get up there onto some rocks. This is very, very steep, although naturally it doesn't look like it on here. But it's very steep. Very, very steep. What were we saying about the whites, Robert?
All right, we're getting there.
One up there. Bushwhacking in a rhododendron maze. We're almost up there though. It is really getting interesting now. That's a cool tree. And we are bushwhacking up a pile of rocks. through it. We're just in the sweet moment when Robert emerges from the rhododendron garden into the bottom of this rock formation that we've been hiking towards for a couple hours. Starting to see some more rock formations on the other ridge over there. That look pretty cool. Hope to explore those at some point. Pretty gnarly. The view's opening up, but it's only gonna get better. We're gonna work our way up here because we're fucking insane. What the hell are we doing? You having fun?
Tons of fun, bro.
Tons of fun, bro.
Let's do this every day.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hike the AT. This is definitely on my list now. You see a local notorious mountain that's closed right now. Look at a local mountain that you can't hike on right now. Over there, there's another mountain that you can't hike on right now. And over there is 3 more mountains with 3 separate trails on them that you can't hike on right now. Well, I know we were coming this high up, but there is the top of the undisclosed mountain. There's just rock features galore on this damn thing. Look at it. My goodness. It looks like Robert carried a guitar up on this mountain. That's pretty cool, I guess. Set up. I got my tarp up in the snake skin. I got my underquilt protector here. I brought the 40-degree Phoenix and a down blanket because it's only supposed to get down like 50 degrees tonight with 15-mile-an-hour winds. We are sheltered from the wind some freaking how on this little ridge top here. Sun's setting over Hairy Knob over there. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'm eating some pate for dinner. Robert's building us a fire pit over here, and we have just a ton of firewood. It's incredible. We're gonna have to keep the fire kind of small until we see what the wind's gonna do, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad. Does not get better than this. Well, yet again, we have the predicament of can't see nothing because of how dark it is, but there's the moon and some clouds. There's this fine fire that we've built.
Mighty fine fire.
Mighty fine fire indeed. We're just hanging out. I generally bring a Bluetooth speaker with me and play some sort of music as I'm hanging out in the evening. I mean, we see all these instances of plants growing better when they listen to music and all kinds of things. Birds sing. I mean, I think generally everything enjoys music.
Plants grow better when they listen to music.
I just said that. So, there's nobody around here to disturb. I bet you there isn't a soul within 3 miles of us right now. Unless there's somebody on top of this mountain who shouldn't be there because the trail is closed. I thought I saw a headlamp up there earlier. I was starting to get a little hyped, but it was just a star. But yeah. So I've always kind of wondered, like, if you're a bear just like out in the woods somewhere and you hear, like, say I was playing Dust in the Wind by Kansas and you're a bear and you hear that, and it's just this, wow. And you're just a bear thinking, that's incredible. And it gets stuck in your head. And there's no way for you to ever hear that song ever again. And it just eats away at you a little bit. Do you think that happens to bears and other wild animals? What do you think, Robert? Do you think that's a thing? That's very beautiful, Robert. Thank you for that. 7 o'clock. Time to get up. It's rather bright out here. There's the sun. Look at that. See if we can get a better angle on it. I need some sunglasses. Look at that. Stealth camping. Ain't no trail within miles of here. There's my hammock. Actually, it's Robert's hammock. Mine is right, not visible behind that tree. There's my strap though. Boom. Hope you're not afraid of heights. It's a good 100 foot down. This morning we're gonna hike down that and then drop down into the valley. Look at that. That's kind of where we climbed up yesterday, I think. Looks familiar. No biggie. All right, we're hiking, aren't we, Robert?
We are hiking, bro.
Fit just barely. Scrambling. We're not hiking up that. Onwards and downwards.
Coming. I'm walking down a hill.
This is like the whites.
I'm walking down a hill on camera.
We're just about down to the ridge.
We're almost there, bro.
Right down there. We came from up there somewhere. The rock scramble's over now though. That's a nice leisurely ridge walk. I love ridgetop hiking. Following a faint old fire road here. We think it's gonna lead us back to the old fire road we were on yesterday. As I anticipated, we found ourselves a very nice old logging road here. And I think this is gonna take us right back to the one that we were on yesterday. This is quite nice walking. We're back down here at the bottom of that wash we were walking up yesterday. We found the road that we went up on. We're gonna follow this road back down to another road, back down to a river, back to where we started hiking at. It's gonna be glorious. Well, we did it. We are back to where we are not gonna have to walk anymore. Robert's over there, crossing the river that we won't mention. That is cold. It's so refreshing. Boom. All right, then. I love mountain laurel and briars and walking up cliffs and edema. Actually, it's not that bad today. It's still noticeably swollen now. Yes. And post-trail meal, homemade pie. Delicious.